to creep. Stop it.
Easy 17 gold.
But Lil is persistent, man. He wants to
dead.
go in.
Lil's gonna die to this, isn't he?
Turnaround stun. Lil, you've gone too far.
What is he doing?
He's dead. First blood goes to Madar. The greed is real.
There's like the best case scenario is you get Spartan to pop his salve and cancel gank. If you go for the farming route, it's fine too, but use the smokes while you've got him. Put out some pressure and try to help this DK.
Just be worried that the option for ganking will be more limited as these Adfin members do get more tanky. Top lane, not tanky enough though, is going to be unfortunately MNT as he gets caught between too many VP members and eats a bit too much damage with Lil being involved.
Yep, and Ramsey's having the level 2 Elusive Beam, nice little burst combo with the Shadow Demon, who is going to have some mana issues this game. Didn't talk about it yet, but 55 mana cost on Shadow Poison. Thanks, Ice Frog, for that. Buff Disruption, nerf Shadow Poison.
Spartan's
it's pretty
dead?
sad. Yeah, no Hex, unfortunately.
2 more seconds? Yeah. Still no Hex means he can't stop down the Slardar, and...
And that's the risk of a solo support going for the bottom. No one is getting the better of him in CS. 32 and 5 over the 33 and 2. And I evaluate denies to be a little bit higher here, but Spartan under tower actually may go down. Need the lightning to come out. The fog of war is not enough.
Yeah, that pesky Harpy has just got the sights, got the lightning, and will be able to bring him down. That is pulling VP up ahead now 3-1.
Yeah, Lil likes to gank. That's definitely his play style with PAs, with Weavers, with Chen's Enchantress.
Uh-oh, top lane, Eclipse is going to be fired out. Skylark is going to have to soak up all the damage as he frantically runs towards the creeps. He's not going to be able to make it away. Good setup there by Solo. Top lane, yeah, they make a go for Skylark, locking him down with the Lucid Beam. He gets the heal off, and MNT shows up to play now, pops up the Ignite. A bit of a stun on Ramses. Madar is here now, trying to get close up with the Omni Slash, but the range, also something that's been nerfed down in the past from the Mighty Frog. Ramses knows that he can't pursue as he didn't have the move speed. Finally, Madar gets close enough with a Blade Fury. Won't be able to get it done. Still holds the Omni and uses it on Solo. Efficiency coming out at its finest by Madar as he secures a double kill.
Yeah.
He's looking to run back
Yeah,
and away
he might
here.
die here, but like he created so much space. He got 2 kills. He's able to force everybody to the top lane. Lion's going to be getting his level 6. Thug gets to push out the mid lane. And you got the 2 kills on top of it. And the fact that Skylark didn't die. The last Shadow Poison didn't hit him, so that's not enough damage to bring him down. And
farm grind, going to push towards that level 2 Omni Slash, and oh my god, he's actually getting some good damage here. Pasha is dead.
Yeah,
all right,
up.
quick and easy kill. Madar recognizing a situation that he can capitalize on and will do so.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation there from the starter, whether or not he wanted to pop the Mango to crush before the spin, and even if he could do so, because as soon as he pops the Mango, Madara spins. But he got a couple free auto attacks on him, and that gets a kill. Ramsey's now cornered, gonna try for the Eclipse, but there's just not enough damage spread among these 3.
And they're tanky too. Jakiro, Ogre, even Undying now, popping out the ulti. These guys are happy to soak in some beam damage, and they
only good things from it. You don't have to worry about the damage over time effect. You just worry about the extra health, extra damage, extra ability to fight. But it looks like Lil will be going down here as the Omni Slash only connects on him, and Madara gets the last hit in.
Quick snipe takedown. Madara continues to put in work. 5-1 now on his Jug.
This tower.
Can they get the deny? Can they get the last hit? Is going to be taken away. Lil will grab that one from the grave with the help of his creeps, and now a net comes forward. Lil continuing to participate even though he's not here. Nice heal. Nice turnaround does come out from Adfin. They get the stun locked. Are they going to have a way to stop him from TPing though? No, they will not.
All right.
To their Slardar, who now has his Blink Dagger Blaze, so this could be a big debut for him.
Oh, really could.
And it looks like they will be able to get the grab on the Ogre. The sacrifice Adfin will have to take to get that new bit of information. They walk away. No tower in their pocket, but momentum still gets himself in a very deep position to go for a backline assault, and he gets a nice 2-man crush right on the Ogre and on the Thug. Maybe next time going to be easily taken apart, and that just allows Virtus.Pro to segue into also a tier 2 takedown. There is going to be a trade. Oh, they don't. You're right. Okay, not so good here. Adfin could be in a bit of trouble, but look, they caught Pasha on the other side. Spartan caught between them, gets the finger off at the last second, but it's not going to be good enough to get the finish on Slardar. Now they're making chase here for Skylark. Slow down a bit, but looks like he might be able to slightly outrace him.
Even still, though, they lose the Roche, they lose the Aegis, and they lose all that momentum that they were looking to pick up. So you're going to see Pasha die.
All right. Just
straight up walk into a Fire Blast. It's not a strong one at 55 damage, but it's enough to lock him in for the big decay. So crap they're up against. So what they're going to be lacking in is mostly just attack speed, and they're going to be doing about half their potential damage output.
Nice little solo kill on Solo. They'll spot the poor little support, probably going on his own little adventure, trying to plant some...
Not like a Phoenix level of synergy. Oh, double damage attack? What are you doing, no one? Oh my god!
Will be able to get a hold of Madara, but does get stunned up. That's the turnaround Omni Slash, and he'll eat the whole thing and go right down.
He tried to swag on the opposing carry. Like, you just don't do that. Too much back. Manually cast it, yeah.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
But
Oh, heavy burst. Pasha will get forced out to safety, but this tier 3 not set for this world. Skylark eats so much damage as the glaives just fire on forward. Glyph will conclude, tier 3 will go down. Rax is in trouble here.
But anything can happen with these heroes on the front line.
They're trying something. Macropyre goes out, so is the Fissure. Oh, Yules in the last second will help keep him alive, but the Eclipse is only going to get soaked up by the Ogre, and then finally fall back onto Thug. Now double buyback is in order here for FNM to hold on to their life. Virtus.Pro can walk away with these big winnings and be content, but Madara says don't go too far as he ends up getting disrupted, trying to go for the Omni Slash. Now we'll get the grab onto Solo, finishes him off, but the rest of Virtus.Pro will be able to make it away. It's not a good enough counterplay from FNM to make up for all the damage that has seriously been done.
Not at all. I mean, the Bloodlust on the tower is cute. MNT will get the deny as a result of the damage it was able to deal, but all in all, so like it's an all-in gimmick draft. Like if there's a cheese draft, it's 5 heroes that are designed to push the game out.
Jump from the low ground, instant takes out Spartan, no Lion for this what could be final defense by FNM. And now this is going to be a tier 3 down. Rax is down just like that. There is really no hope at all. Madara will try his best. He takes on the majority of Virtus.Pro, but he is but one man, and he cannot do it alone. He ends up getting dropped. Ramsey will claim a dominating streak as he gets a follow-up cleanup kill, finishing off the Undying. And Virtus.Pro are now going to be blitzing towards the finish line here as there's only one more set of racks. AF will fight with their final legs, but eventually they throw in the Tau Blaze as this one is over. It's going to start our best of 5 off with a 1-1 split as Virtus.Pro take game.
He's got the Rage with the arrow.
Rage is off any sort of arrow, but they're going to keep stalking him. Crush will eventually connect, and with the Ion Shell, it will slowly burn him down until First Blood is finally going to be had. A last right click comes out from no one. Mirana will take it. First Blood. Virtus.Pro get first. I don't know if it's to pick up an Ion Shell and head back into the top or not, but top lane, they're making their move for Skylark here. Eats a couple of cold arrows, tries to fly down and out, but Ramses is able to catch up.
And bottom
needs
two.
Another one. One last right click should do it. They'll be able to get that grab ball down below. We also catch that one too. Thank you, Blaze. We get both on camera as it's going to be both FNM's losses from top to bottom.
Yep, that's just the Ion Shell, the Sprint, and the Crush just breaking it down, so it's really good for VP in this lane. Spartan up top, gonna dissuade them from going further, but...
Oh, can they bump him back into a call? Yes, they can. They'll be able to get the grab for Solo as the spins fly forward, but Ramses all the meanwhile continues to dish out the shots. Needs another, and will get it. As he takes out Spartan. Now they look towards
Skylark. Can they get him too?
No one jumps in, doesn't have money for an arrow, doesn't need it. We'll be able to get it done regardless, and another 2 kills will go the way of Virtus.Pro, pulling him up in ahead 5-1.
And just when you thought the act focusing on the 1v1 for a little longer.
Solo's creeping in slowly from behind here. They ping out and see exactly where Spartan is, and they begin to dish out some poison stacks. Spartan's in trouble. He's just dead. Hoping for a deny or something, not going to be able to get it as he already chops down all those neutral creeps. And Skylark will also peace out. It's looking even worse than we saw in game number 2, Blaze, when they kind of went in with getting a lineup where they're hoping to siege and have a good head start. Same kind of story here, and it's not looking so good.
Well, I feel like they don't
Arrow,
have...
by the way, on the Thug. Beautiful connection from no one. Allows him to leap in, and the finish. Beautifully done.
I don't feel like FNM have as much impetus.
And unfortunately for FNM, they'll have to just keep their business back by the tower, but it looks like they're looking for new openings elsewhere towards the top lane. Skylark's getting attacked on. Can FNM show up in time to make a setup happen? They're thinking about it here, and they'll get the poison damage to finish off Skylark. Now shows Thug, jumping in. Coil committed for Ramses, but he's doing it without Spartan. Spartan went off for Solo instead, so can Thug do it alone? Looks like he may be able to. Needs 2 more shots, gets off the orb. Will be good enough. He'll be able to get the grab on that one. And Spartan was then able to kind of continue to chase it, look like.
Yeah, he TP'd out, but it's all the same. Like, bring back the early game, because the mid game, the late game, it should be okay. Like, their ultimates are really strong, and if they fight around them, if they plan around them, and if they get a Blink Dagger on Axe, I think they're going to be feeling some confidence. But if that's a Tranquil Boost, no!
Oh, thank you so much for the green shoes, my man. See you later, nerd.
That's the worst thing that can happen. That's the worst thing that can happen. He sees him! The poison saw it! I
Man.
swear he must have, yes!
Yep, they did. Soul Catcher and some right clicks. They'll take that one too. Spartan frantically running towards the side shop. They'll cut him off, and they get him with the arrow too. Are you serious? All the meanwhile, yeah, they're also taking Roche. This is like maximum efficiency. Oh, look at that. Spartan, the last second, gets a dunk on Soul. Soul hanging a bit too close. Willing to paying the price, but nonetheless, he's going to be leaving with a smile because it's 12-3. They got courier kills. They got Roche kills. They got Tranquil Boots.
Disaster. Just an absolute disaster. We're going to see a Darkseer actually caught out here, so they got the kill on the Shadow Demon with the dunk. It looks like they're going to get the Darkseer as well. Big money in terms of comeback gold. That's where you just, or whenever you get comeback kills like this, you just count your pennies. Every, like, 400 some odd gold you get from these big on this offensive.
Okay, let's see. VP looking to converge, see if they can bail out their drought, but they have plenty of burst. They should be able to bring it down quick. Oh, as they run in, looking to go for the Moonlight Shadow. Skylark will soak it up. Return. 3-man coil connection, but it seems to be more defensively as the follow-up will not be there. Now suddenly Chase might not continue here. Skylark, I mean, he has a lasso. Can he get close enough to get a grab? Oh, not before getting shredded apart by no one. The double Agnum Starstorm continues to hit just as hard as it ever has. Arrow connection on for Thug. It's a short duration of a stun. We'll be able to jaunt and avoid the Starstorm, but you can't avoid that one. He goes down too. And Madara says, I see you, and I will rage TP out.
Oh, if that was a first hit bash, that would just be GG worthy. No, but what really sucks is that maybe next shredding, because they were all clumped up in like a condensed space, 4-man, but they knew he didn't have ulti, and there's nothing they could do.
Jump in, double Starstorm, insta-kill. Soul Catcher and all that damage is not going to be good enough. Finally, our first chaotic offering of the game going to be dropped right on top of the head of Lil and Pasha and company. They will be able to get the secure takedown of the support Slardar. Flame break back. Nice package delivery with the 2-man coil connection. Could this be some return fire coming out from Advenem? They're looking to do so here. Quick jump out from no one as he's able to reposition. Looks to fight in again from the north. Ramsey is going to be chunked apart. Double kill for Madara. Advenem breathing new life now as they get a jump up follow-up takedown as they rid of no one. Well played from Thug.
Extremely.
And suddenly we got a 3-for-1 trade. And with how much of a net worth advantage they've been having so far, I imagine Rubber Band is going to be a factor. Woo, wow. It isn't.
Yeah, just a little bit.
30 seconds before it will be there. So they opt instead to go into Advenem's territory, and they get the first spot. It's going to be on for Spartan. He has to go for the admirable call. Now they jump back it away. A single coil, only for Pasha. A lasso for another target. For Lil, it's a bit all over the place. Madara's going to be forced to pop out and just TP right back home. Not the engagement Advenem were hoping for. As Virtus.Pro coming in and invade, it catches them with, well, their pants down. It will cost them another life. Skylark will also be dropped, and Advenem lose 3 across the board.
Yeah, they had an observer ward there, felt comfortable, but that was a smoke from VP. And I think that what that comes down to, as actually Warlock gets killed off in the base, comboed up by no one, as that double damage route just straight up kills him in his own base. But what I think that comes down to is the level 1 smoke that VP did. They obviously bought a smoke when the game began.
Oh, jump and crush, first hit bash, pullback, vacuum wall.
Oh,
that's a dieback for Thug.
This is
and
bad.
They lose.
This is so bad.
Ramses, that's no buyback. That's Raxat's game.
Straight up.
Wow, I haven't seen that. Just over. Over.
So one-sided. Advenem, they almost seemed like they could bring it back a little bit, but they were still so far behind throughout this entire game. I actually think that
it's going to be coming as easy unless the sniper is caught out of position. Now there is a prison. An arrow will fly forward, but will not be able to find its mark. And suddenly Thug is caught in a bit of a pickle, and he goes down. It's going to be no one who picks up the first blood. 2 swings, 2 misses in the mid lane. This time Thug will pay the price for it.
Yep, top lane is going to be some decent damage coming in to Skylark here. It's going to be maybe 3 poisons against him, but an arrow almost actually catches him out the other way. And he can actually just carapace the poison and get the guaranteed stun. Really nicely done by Skylark, which means a kill the other way.
Wow, very well done. Good heads up. And that will allow the takedown and allow Advenem to get themselves right back and on the board here. Just taking down the casual support. This is a big boost, of course, for the Knicks. And for Spartan finally get involved in something. Yeah, now Spartan walks out the other way. Does not have the leap, obviously, committing it in to go for that Shadow Demon kill. So he gets punished.
Damn. I think Solo had to risk the
draft is when it doesn't work out in the early game, what happens then? Top lane, disruption. Skylark runs up into the right now to avoid the trouble, but there's already 2 stacks of poison and a full Blade Fury set of damage. Make it 3 stacks. Carapace trying to slow him down, but walks up, just gives a firm spank with the sword. Ramsey will claim that one.
Yeah, so, I mean, while Madara is handling the bottom lane quite well.
Around the lanes a bit, Madara does continue to just farm his way. Top lane, disruption. It's Solo, though, trapped in the corner, but here comes an Omni-Slash for Skylark.
Almost. That was
Almost.
actually a really good heads-up play from him, but he didn't pop the Fairy Fire, and more importantly, Lil just was there. If Lil wasn't there, I actually think he lives, despite Omni-Slash.
They get that arrow finally on the mid lane onto no one, but Solo, unfortunately, is not going to be able to help him out. It looks like his disruption was on cooldown from the previous skirmish, so they will finally make that little man pay.
Yeah, arrow actually going to still fly out, but it looks like in the early game.
Looks like Virtus.Pro are trying to make a setup happen here in the mid lane. We have Pasha just smoked up, and there's the roar. It's going to be on for Spartan. Cute little support with a snipe coming in.
Oh.
He leapt, but the snipe was canceled and reset out. Nicely done from no one.
Yep. Able to keep vision and able to keep range. That's the sniper. That's pretty much what you do. You keep vision, you keep range, and you keep getting kills. But in the meantime, bottom lane is being pressured heavily. Madara has kept his Aquila on. He's actually found Solo, and like, now that there's no disruption, he's actually fearless. Like, he's gonna go, shouldn't dive further, but one more poke shouldn't hurt. And actually, yeah, he can just ulti.
Yeah, just get it and ulti out.
Yeah, if nobody else TPs, then yeah, that works perfectly fine. And if you think about it, the reason why the Weaver is such a good last pick here is because there's so little control. There's only the Earthshaker.
Okay, Lil and Skylark crossing paths. The arrow, though, is the connection onto no one. There's that ward up and above. This spot him rotating over, and they catch him on that beautiful hallway. Lil does his best, gets a nice two-man stun to slow them down, but eventually he will get welcomed with his own stun. Nice double-man crush or connection there by Skylark, but it looks like it was good enough. Oh, no, it wasn't. Madara catches up, scouts out no one, finishes him off, and now thinks about dancing around with the Beastmaster
coming through too.
Lil very low. Eventually they'll get in. Skylark is able to get the last hit jab. Ice Blast comes on forward, and I don't think it caught a target, but nonetheless, still rumbling out. Madara looking for another pickoff on his support. He just took him out in the bottom lane. Now he's going to look for another grab.
Oh, is he actually going? This might be a bad decision. Like, the last one was really, really good, but this one could be punished pretty heavily.
Meanwhile, Skylark will be taken down by Ramses. Madara, is he going to get the... Yes, he will.
He will, but I think he dies. He doesn't have a TP. Oh, he just got a TP off the courier. 5 seconds on cooldown. He just needs to get some time, some space. No!
Oh, Flying Piggy tried his best to be able to drop off the poor little TP, but boom! There's the snipe. No one, after being taken down not once but twice, will finally be able to get a little bit of vengeance here.
That man, this sniper just needs to...
Arrow also going to be missed, and I think Skylark may pay the price for it. Pops out his Carapace to try to slow the roll, but eventually he will pay the price. Misfire comes out from Adfinem once more.
Yeah, I don't know why you open. If the Ice Blast doesn't connect, you just walk away. Like Ice Blast will connect this time. That's a short range one. And he's dead.
See you later, Pasha. Crumbled apart. Good connection on that one. Good setup by Skylark.
Oh, nice time lapse away, Madara. Home for not just like their current slight 1,500 net worth lead. It's that lead is a minus.
Oh, Madara! Sakuchi's his way into what is probably the worst spot you could ask for.
No!
Time lapse is out! Okay.
If he lives, the flames would be real for Solo. It was actually really close. What Disruption does, it's a hard Shadow Demon game. Like, I don't usually get to say that because usually it's like, oh, nice arrow down bottom. Lil caught out. Pretty easy kill.
Oh no, Spartan is like, not that core Mirana, so only level 2 Starstorm doesn't do quite enough damage, but no one rotates in, goes for the snipe, gets connection on the Skylark here, but he has plenty of life to be able to make it back and away.
But yeah, so usually Shadow Demon is a very simple hero these days. He's like, I'll just disrupt the hero that has the most agility and get easy lumens.
Oh, Solo casually walking in thinking he's got a Purge connection on for OD, but Madara quickly walks in and says, what do you think you're doing? Takes him apart, and that's going to lead to a breezy tier #1 in the mid lane.
Oh, and actually going to go for Vendetta.
They might be able to get no one here. It looks like they will. Good connection, good setup by Skylark. They're looking for the finish, but wonderful fissure comes out from Lil.
No.
And then the follow-up roar. Madara is so thirsty to get a hold of that kill, is not going to get the grab. Arrow to fly on out. In the meantime, Thug is going to get chunked on down. Good counterplay comes out from Virtus.Pro, punishing Adfinem in their greed.
Yeah, his aggression has worked out so far, so Madara thought he could push his luck, but Primal Roar is waiting for him. He could have time-lapsed out, could have just avoided that fight. Instead, the map shifting, like, a lot changes with that one Primal Roar.
Very nicely done by them to
and
hold
a
things
combo?
back, but catches back into that one. It's Spartan going down. Juggernaut dishing out the Omni. He's going to be able to do the work.
Yep, just a good sin.
Madara thinks about making a move in, dishes out the swarm, and then pulls off. Good leap to avoid, but Now Lil, the one in trouble, gets quickly bursted down. Decent Ice Blast. Not able to get the grab onto Ramses. Pasha, though, is the man left behind, and Madar begins to slowly bring him down. And will be able to take down the Beastmaster as he does a little bit of a ring around the Rosie on the trees.
Connected.
Arrow connection onto Solo means that he will also be killed. Double kill for Thug and a self-Astral.
Victory, Astral.
Yeah, right. Second, no one shows himself. He just runs right back. Skylark's right there. Goes for the strike even though Ramses is right beside him and dishes out the Omni Slash and will pay the price for it. Got very bloodthirsty looking to go for the sniper, but I guess didn't see that the jug was nearby. And happy to commit the Omni. He will soak that one up while Spartan also looking to zone them back. They're just distracting him. A jumping Echo comes out from Lil. He's not going to be able to get the snag. Madara is going to be able to grab the Aegis, but he could lose that first life here. Time lapse will be able to come off, but the Blade Fury damage is going to be too good.
Great disruption.
Follow-up disruption will connect, and that will be the Aegis. He could end up losing both of his lives here.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
he
it.
will.
When you commit 3 Sentry Wards to the pit, you better squish that bug. At that point, yeah, the Roche takes too long for a lineup like Advenims, and the fact that they had 2 heroes kind of goofing around with Juggernaut and Sniper to the northwest really cost them time. So the Earthshaker, he doesn't last hit Roche, he doesn't steal the Aegis. That would have made that really bad for Advenim, but still, they're able to get the AoE, get the stuns, get the kill. And speaking of, Lil will be killed off in the mid lane, but more importantly, BP are starting to take a kill lead. They're starting to put pressure towers.
And that alone will be a little bit of a difference. Ice Blast for Spartan. Does get
It's
connection
close.
with the arrow. Oh, he slides and scoots, but still gets hit from the Ice Blast here, so he's dead for sure. Good snipe, good takedown. Back-to-back picks for Adfinem.
Sniper Reno. That's an old meme. But, which is, I mean, hard to say when you're popping Linkage with Omni Slash, so.
Yeah, really.
Really, I don't think there's much, but it's actually going to be a perfect hit there. Mana Burn's going to be doing the trick here, and that's going to be it. So that's the last thing that deserves mentioning is you have to be very quick on the, and I think they'll just jump him.
We'll see. Ice Blast is coming in. There's the snipe. Blast is going to be traded. And they just continue poking away at this tier 2. While that happens, the tier 2 is also getting poked at quite a bit here by Skylark and company at the
75
top
damage
lane.
at a time.
Not
Pretty
much.
solid.
Bottom, they did make that move onto Spartan, and they will be able to get the finish. He tried to go hide in the Moonlight Shadow, but not going to be making it too far. All, of course, scouted.
There's more to it, and ends up cleaning that up. We do have a smoke play coming out here, though, and obviously they're looking for any kill they can get.
Ow! Hammer dropped around the head of the little guy. Back in mid lane, though, they're making for their own move.
Panic.
Linkage is going to be popped. Time lapse out, and there's the Omni. Another takedown of Madar. It's like his third straight takedown.
They even echo for that, which they didn't need to, but all the same, pick his up as well. And while I won't say that it's like the best Aghanims upgrade, Spartan's locked in. No leap, no TP, sayonara.
Yep, they had that dust pre-pop, courtesy of Lil, who set the whole thing up with a nice blink fissure. Allows no one to get the finish. Nicely done by him. It is going to be just Spartan who goes down as the rest of Enfen.
We do have no one caught out of position. Hurricane Pike will get him the distance he needs. But they have the ward vision. I think this is what they wanted, just a little bit of confidence in their next play.
Oh no, could have possibly considered a smoke destroy, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. Oh, Leap doesn't, nope, he gets him connected at the end. No one gets the last shot in, and they will make Spartan pay for chasing. And of course, but is finding his business split pressuring this top lane instead.
Now 2 BKBs up, one for the Jug, one for the Sniper, could be really big.
Oh, there goes Lil making the move for a big dunk. Will stop Thug in his tracks. He does not have a buyback now. They got a good connection for the Ice Blast, but the follow-up could not happen. That is Lil just stopping the show. Arrow will connect onto Solo, but the racks are going to be going down. Virtus.Pro making their first real hard assault into the base. While this happens, Madara continues to split push his top lane, but not looking to participate in this. They're just going to have to chuck the fountain away, but we have Lil with a dust. He'll time a dust if he wants.
Gets it. No Lincoln pop there.
Moves in, and they might get it. They will. Lil playing a hell of a game.
Really has. I mean, he has changed the scope of the top lane and the mid lane throughout.
And the Force Staff actually was not going to be met on forward. He was facing the side. Skylark looking to creep in from the other front. And now it's going to be the commitment. Primal Roar on for Spartan. While they're going to go ahead and try to get a hold of Thug. BKB is looking to make chase, trying to get a little Pasha on one side, while Omni breaks out on the other. It's just all over the place. As they try to make the go, Self-Astral will cancel out that Omni. Ramses pops his BKB, runs back and out as Lil walks on forward, gets the dunk off, gets the finish. Taking out Thug. Madar with the DD. Has to dish out the bugs, but that Fissure keeps him away from the rest of the fight so they can get the cleanup on the Skylark. It's going to be Ramses who grabs it and goes godlike now. Madara, one of the lone survivors, back into it.
Almost had an opportunity there, but he just gets disrupted and it completely resets everything.
That's the Rax. Here's going to be the jump in. It's going to be a roar and quick destruction onto Skylar possibly, but the Prison won't be able to get the save. And now Thug's the one going to be in trouble, and he just gets chopped on down by Ramses. Not just one, but two of them as he gets the second follow-up kill, a double kill. As he takes down MNT. Buybacks are going to be forced out now from Adfinem as they chunk through two. They've already lost one Rax. Virtus.Pro could walk away with their heads held high now, but they're feeling pretty good. They eat the cheese and they get right back into the grind. Jump in, dunk, and a double enchant totem on top of it. Lil putting the emphatic statement on this game as they seem to want to claim it. They want to come out to the summit, and they will do it. Virtus.Pro will make their return to the Summit 6 land. Fortunately for Adfinem, they come up just